Now let's go to part 3. Okay, in part 3, you notice there is a report. Dalam report ni, kita ada sports company, kita ada tarikh, kita ada negeri, kita ada area, kita ada shopping mall, kita ada products, kita ada price per unit. That means the food, that means like you buy shoes, the shoe price is 40 ringgit and quantity sold is 450. So the retailer is Nike. Nike is the retailer, so they want to see the performance of the sports company and which mall, whether it's KLCC ke, Ipoh Parade, New Central, One Utama and so on. So right now, over here, kita ada price per unit. That means one shoe is 40 ringgit. Another shoe is 30 ringgit. Okay, another shoe is 50 ringgit. This is per unit, satu unit. Your manager want to see the total revenue. So in mathematics what we do is we put here equal satu unit 40 ringgit. Kita kali dengan quantities dia 450. We will try to do this in an Excel. But just say you don't want to do in Excel. You want to do in Power BI. So Power BI also we can actually calculate the total revenue. Because here satu unit 40 ringgit. You want to know for the total unit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so now the manager, of course, normally when intern, fresh graduate or executive, senior manager, they will receive the data. But they don't want to show this report to the manager. So maybe what they want to show to the manager, maybe they want to actually show, okay, what they want to show from here. Maybe the top 5 shopping malls. Okay, over here, if you notice, kita ada shopping malls. Okay, let me just show you. Kita ada banyak jenis shopping malls. Like for example, Alamanda, Aman Jaya, Berjaya Times Square, East Coast Mall in Kuantan, Ipoh Parade, Mesa Mall, Mid Valley. We have so many malls. So the manager wants to know what are the top 5 shopping malls. Which one has top 5 shopping malls for the revenue? Okay, for the revenue. Okay, that's number 1. Then the manager also want to see the slicer. That means you have a slicer based on product. That means when I click Main Street Footwear, dia tunjuk macam tu. And also the manager also want to see the allocation for each sports company. Maybe by using a pie chart or a donut chart, they want to see the pengagihan, just a rough figure. So just say the manager want to see the top 5 shopping mall. The manager also want to see the allocation for each top sports company. The manager also want to see, number 4 is the performance from January to December. Because over here kita ada tarikh. So the manager want to see like what is the performance from January up to December. So just say your manager give you a requirement. Want to know the shopping mall, the slicer, the allocation and the performance, the sales from January to December. Okay, so let me first thing is I need to import to Power BI first. The name of this worksheet, the name of the tab is part 3. So I need to go to Power BI. Okay, over here is page 3. I click on Excel workbook. Why I click this? Because my file is in Excel. If your file is in PDF, go to PDF. If your file is in Google Sheet, you go to web. You click it over here. Once you click it over here, you click Excel file 29 June. You press open. Okay, so this time I want to choose part 3. So you tick on the part 3. In our previous two example, I tekan load. Okay, I tekan load tadi. What is transform data? Transform data is the place where we go to Power Query Editor. Transform data is the place where we go to Power Query Editor. So we click transform data. Once you click transform data, you will notice that we will be navigated to Power Query Editor. This one is where we do the cleaning. Okay, actually this topic, to be honest, if you know Power Query, you can actually learn Excel, you can learn Power BI. This Power Query, this topic itself is actually you can learn for 1 semester or 2 semester. Not 1 day, not 1 hour, but 1 semester or 2 semester. Because it's a very, very big topic. Okay, so now if you see here, we have price per unit, we have quantity sold. Satu unit 40 ringgit, satu unit 30 ringgit. The manager wants to know total revenue. How to get total revenue? The 40 times with 450. So this one is very simple. What you use is, you use your mouse, you select the mouse, shift, and then you press shift and select quantity sold. Again, I repeat, you see here, first thing is, you use your mouse, you select price per unit. You use your mouse, you select on price per unit. Then what I do is, if you notice in your keyboard there is a shift button. Dalam keyboard kamu there is a shift button. So dua tangan. Satu tangan, your left hand press the shift button, your right hand press quantity sold. So it will select these two columns. What I want to do right now is I want to multiply. Why I want to multiply? 1 unit is 40 ringgit. You need to multiply with the quantity sold. So what you do is you go to add column. Under add column over here, there is a thing called standard. Okay, my dear friends, nampak tak kat sini ada home, transform, add column? Can you see add column? If you can see add column, boleh tak kamu type nombor 9 dalam chat box? Number 9. Okay, so you click add column. Under add column, over here there is add column tau. So under add column, there is a thing called standard. Standard is where we can do a lot of calculation. Tambah, multiply, subtract and so on. So what you can do is, you click on multiply. Why multiply? Because 1 unit is 40 ringgit. You need to multiply with the total quantities. So you tekan kat sini, automatically dia akan multiply for you. It's very easy. So normally Power Query ni, dia akan buat editing. Dia can tambah column, remove column, lot of editing over here. So what I'm going to do is, I want to just double click this. I don't want the word multiplication. I want the word total revenue. Tekan enter, and then I go to home, close and load. When I press close and apply, eventually it will go to home, close and apply. It will go back to the Power BI over here. Okay, so now if you see here, kita ada part 3. Kita have all the items over here. Okay, kita ada all these items like area, date and so on. My first requirement is, I want to show the manager top 5 shopping malls for the revenue. So what you can do is, you can choose any chart. You nak pilih yang ni pun boleh. You want to choose this bar chart also can. Up to you. Which one you rasa selesa, you pilih je. And then what I do is, I choose the shopping mall and I choose the total revenue. Okay, so if you see here, your manager sebenarnya dia tak nak semua. Because kita ada Pavilion, One Utama, IOI, New Central. Your manager don't want all this. What your manager wants is top 5. If you see the requirement over here is top 5. How to actually put top 5? Okay, senang saja. My dear friends, can you all see here? If just say I click over here, I click this visual. Can you all see, ada tak kat sini filter? If you can see filter, can you type number 1 in the chat box? Over here, there's a word called filter. Okay, so what you need to do is, make sure you select this visual over here. You go to filter. The mall is all. I don't want the mall is all. What I want is, I want the mall is top 5. So I click it over here. Okay, instead of basic filtering, I click over here, I choose top N. Again, I repeat, here is mall is all. I don't want all. I want, instead of basic filtering, I want top N. I tekan top N. Over here, depends on you. You want to put top 10 ke? You want to put top 3 ke? Or you want to put top 5 pun boleh. Up to you. What you want, you put. So my manager want top 5. So you letak over here top 5. And then I cannot press apply filter. How to do it? Okay, you want to know top 5 by revenue. So over here, what you do is, there is a word called here revenue. Because you see here, I cannot press apply filter. Tak boleh pun. So what I do is, I select this. I drag, letak kat sini. I drag, letak kat sini. Wait, let me just show you one more time. I drag, I put it over here. So that over here, we have total revenue. Okay, let me show you one more time so that everyone can see. I cannot press apply filter. So I drag the total revenue, select this, drag it, put it over here. So that right now we have this total revenue kat sini. Then you click apply filter. You tekan apply filter, now it will show you the top 5 data. If just say you want top 10, you tekan apply filter, it will show you top 10. So if you want to filter, there is a filter pin over here. So if you want top 3, apply filter, it will show you the top 3 data. If just say your manager wants to know the worst performing, worst means instead of top, maybe bottom, apply. So it will show you the worst performing. If just say your manager wants to know top 5, you tekan kat sini. Top and 5, apply filter. So this is where you can show the data over here. Okay, let me just expand a little bit so that everyone can see clearly. Okay, so yeah, this one, of course, we have Pavilion, One Utama, IOI, Aman Jaya, Paradigm Mall. okay, which is in PJ. Okay, so now we have this data over here. So now this is the information. The next thing my manager want is slicer. So what you do is you click on the white color screen and then you click slicer over here. The purpose of a slicer is to pilih data. The purpose of a slicer is to make a selection. So I tekan pada slicer, okay, kotak akan keluar kan? And I want to know by products. So I click on the products over here. So over here kita ada. So when I click here, rupa-rupanya men's apparel pavilion is tinggi. So this one is men athletic, men street, women. Okay, so this one is it changes lah. Okay, of course the number 1 and number 2 always one utama, but you can see the difference actually by right. So how you can play and so on. And what I can do is I can clear selection so that I clear this, it will clear for everything. And then I can go to format your visual. I always put in tiles format because I don't have vertical list, I'll put tile. So when I put tile, it will be like this. You can actually adjust accordingly. Okay, so this one is the data. This is how you can choose. Okay, so kita ada the slicer, kita ada the visual over here. So let me just adjust accordingly. Okay, if you want the data label, you can go here and you on the data label. So it will show you what is the performance and so on. Alright, so now my manager wants what next? My manager wants allocation for each sports company. So you can put it over here. You can choose a pie chart and you can choose sports company and revenue. So from here we can actually see the allocation. Okay, rupa-rupanya Nike is number 1.